I mean, like I said before, I find it strange. And I mean, I'm gonna keep on saying it. You know, people say, "Oh, you only talk about your business." Well, if I don't talk about problems associated with my business, who the hell is gonna talk about my problems in my business? You know what I mean? So I don't make any apology for complaining about the fact that excursions have been penalized and have been locked down because pleasure boaters, weekend warriors, are out there liming in massive
This
groups.
is Antigua
I think
Newsroom.
that the chief medical officer doesn't understand the difference between excursion operators taking people from a bubble, a biosecure hotel, and taking them on a secure tour where they don't leave the tour and go elsewhere, and then they come back to that hotel and you drop them off. I don't understand how that can be considered similar to a big, massive group of residents liming at Bird Island or wherever else. You know, hanging out at running jet ski tours and doing everything else out of a busy Darkwood Beach. It's very different, you know, and it's unfortunate that. And I mean, Gaston Brown on his own Facebook page, when I said to him, man, it's a shame, you know, because all of my vaccinated employees are taking out vaccinated tourists from secure hotels, and we're being told that we can't go out. Now, you know, people say, "Oh, well, you're just vexed because your business." Yes, I am vexed that my business is closed down. Yes, I am. I am vexed. Same way I think it's ridiculous that all the open air beach restaurants and restaurants all around T that are open air have been closed down. Today I went to pick up some takeout. I got stuck, had a late meeting, and I got stuck, and I was starving, and I was I won't say where I was, but I ended up going in to collect some food, and it was an air-conditioned, sealed building where I picked up some seasoned rice. And I thought to myself, how can this be allowed? And look around. And open-air excursions taking tourists from a biosecure hotel, not. And the reason I'm going to keep on complaining about this is not just because of my business and my employees who are home. It's also that we as an industry, which makes up 95% of the employment in this country, or whatever it is, 95% of the GDP in this country, we have to fight so hard to compete against Dominican Republic, you know, Mexico, so many different places in the Caribbean basin. We have to try. I mean, everything we have, including our labor, is more expensive than our competitors. So we have to get market share and to keep market share. We have to fight harder and do better than a lot of our neighbors. And here it is, you're telling tourists, come to Antigua on holiday, where you won't be able to go to restaurants and you won't be able to go on excursions. Oh yeah, and you can't go to the beach after noon on Saturday and Sunday. And oh yeah, I forgot that. That reminds me. Tomorrow we have to go to the beach in the morning. And you can't go to the beach after 5 p.m. It's like, how this doesn't make sense if you're trying to keep a struggling and faltering economy open to pay for the horrific fallout of this COVID crisis. So I'm really encouraging. If you're thinking that the problem with excursions is that, and what Gaston Brown says, we can't ban the private boaters from liming and carrying on however they want to carry on in big groups. We can't ban them and allow you guys to go ahead. Okay, well, why don't you just say ban boaters on weekends? There's an idea. Or you're only allowed to take people from biosecure hotels for the next 3 weeks, a month, 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I mean, there's always solutions to problems. And I find that in Antigua, rather than coming up with intelligent, sensible, well thought out solutions, we're like, no, it can't be done. Lock it down, it can't be done. And so here we have 6.5 months of the last 18 months, restaurants are being closed. Think about that. What companies can be closed for 6.5 months out of 18 months and survive? I don't know. And, you know, our competitors will eat up our market share. So I think that there needs to be some changes really quickly. Um, and I just think, think about being more assertive with protocol enforcement. Give people warnings. Say, listen, if next time I pass by Darkwood Beach and I see y'all liming, y'all are gonna get a ticket. Give people warnings. Don't just drive past. Coast Guard, guys, y'all not supposed to be rafted up together, liming like this. So come, untie your lines, pull in your fenders. You anchor over so you can't be doing this liming. If I catch you back here in half an hour, ticketing. Do something, but like, it's been, I think the authorities have been as soft as Gaston Brown is saying Grenada has been. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to say right now. It's just frustrating that nobody in our government could think of a solution that would see open air excursions. By the way, not all excursions have been locked down. Jeep safaris, the e-bikes, the Segway, you name it. All the land excursions, zip line, they're all legit. They can all operate. Imagine, we can put 6 people in the back of a Land Rover Jeep and do a round the island tour. But you can't do that with a boat. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. So hopefully they can come up with some solutions to get businesses open in a safe manner, minimizing risk to customers and to staff and communities. And it shouldn't be, we're going to Peter pay for Paul and whatever, one big brush stroke saying, no, let's just lock down anything to do with boats. Imagine, I can't even go windsurfing. Just think about that. I can't take a kayak off the dock and go kayaking. That's illegal. But I can go pick up takeout from the restaurant and go get my hair done in a salon. But I can't go kayaking. Just think about the logic here. It's illogical, and y'all need to stop this illogical nonsense. If the government, if the cabinet members don't understand what kayaking is, well, get a consultant, speak to somebody, and they can say, hey, government, cabinet, look, this is how the excursions work. This is we take people from an all-inclusive hotel, which is rated biosecure, on our boat, where everybody is vaccinated. Our staff all wearing masks. We go around Antigua and we come back to that same hotel. They don't go into town. They don't go and lime elsewhere. They need to consult people before they make these decisions. Anyway, have a good night, everybody.